So last night, Victor luckily went through and approved like over 100 posts waiting to be approved in the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal Facebook group. Sorry we didn't get to some of your posts, most of your posts in a timely fashion. Just because we get so caught up with things around here, the last thing we want to do is go home and go on social media and approve a whole bunch of posts and watch everything and make sure it follows the rules of the group, K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal. I approved this one because I thought it was funny because it's 2025. How have you not seen Victor or myself on video form or anything like that, in person even, in any way, shape, or form is beyond me. But maybe you're streaming us from another state and you don't necessarily care about seeing what we look like. I don't know. But this user by the name of Steady Snackin' on Facebook, he posted, I've never seen Peaches or Victor before, and what I saw is not what I had pictured in my head, LOL. I thought Peaches was like anorexic skinny, and Victor had long black hair with multiple piercings. And Victor did say at one point, he did have that. For me, at one point, I was incredibly skinny. I would think junior, senior year of high school. I was running tons. I was playing basketball. I was like 240, and that made me look so scrawny. So scrawny. It wasn't a good skinny. It was kind of like anorexic skinny for sure. But I just thought that was funny because, I've dealt with that too. 10-something years ago, back when I first started listening to The Woody Show out in Los Angeles, I heard them and pictured them completely different in my head. They all sound like, I don't know, I thought Woody kind of reminded me of Tony Hawk back in the day. He has like the high-pitched voice. So I thought he was like a skater dude. I thought most of the other guys in that show were like, I don't know, skater guys. I looked them up, and Woody's this overweight guy in his 40s with glasses and a beard and everything. Everyone on that show looks completely different. Most DJs do. If you ever look up one of your favorite DJs, you'd be surprised on how they actually look. And it's so much weirder when you hear their voice in person. I can't even describe the experience. But if you ever see, I guess, fat me walking around, make sure to say hello. Once again, a reminder that if you have anything old, video game-wise, in the attic, in the basement, wherever in your place, dig it up, try to see how much it's going for on eBay, and try to sell it. There are some brand new Nintendo 64 consoles out there that let gamers go back in time and play their old games. The original consoles from the late 1990s could actually be worth huge bucks as collector's items. Unopened limited edition Pikachu Nintendo 64 and the Jungle Green Nintendo 64 are selling for up to around $2,000 these days. And if you get a mini version of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, you can probably sell it for over $5,000. Anything Nintendo related that you might have from back in the day, try to see how much it'll go for online. Make some extra cash. So someone just dropped $88,000 on a Cheeto that looks like a Pokemon. We talked about this story briefly. I think I talked about how it was going up for auction. Well, somebody did buy it for close to $90,000. Meanwhile, I'm over here debating whether spending extra for guac is a responsible decision. This wasn't even a rare diamond-encrusted, gold-dusted celebrity autographed Cheeto. Just a regular, neon orange, probably stale now, corn puff that happened to resemble Charizard. And someone out there thought, yeah, this belongs in my investment portfolio. I don't know what's crazier, the fact that a snack food just sold for the price of a brand new truck, or that I've definitely eaten at least a dozen snack foods that could have covered my rent if I had just paid closer attention, Who knows how many thousands of dollars I've casually just inhaled during a Netflix binge, So next time you rip open a bag of chips, inspect that Dorito that might look like a celebrity with the seasoning on top. You know what I'm talking about. That pretzel twist might spell out a winning lottery number. That gummy bear might be a stock market trend predictor. I don't know. Apparently anything can be valuable if you can convince someone else it is. And this right here is your Shot Clock Sports Update. The players on George Mason's baseball team are probably still sore from all the running around the bases they did Tuesday night. The school set a new NCAA record for runs in an inning, scoring 23 times in the second. In the 26-6 win over Holy Cross, George Mason sent 28 batters to the plate, drawing 8 walks, 5 hit batsmen, hitting 6 singles, 5 doubles, All that scoring started with 1 out. The previous record was 21 runs set by Penn State in 1983 and Wichita State in 1984. I wonder how that bus ride was back to the school. Must have been real fun there for the losing team. A Michigan football season ticket holder is suing the school after they locked his 164 season tickets from being sold through the secondary market. The university started a new policy where season ticket holders cannot purchase them for the sole purpose of reselling them and limited each person to a total of 8 accounts. Kevin Brick's suit says that Michigan unilaterally changed its terms and conditions without consent or knowledge. He's seeking $2 million in damages, predicts he'll be losing between $2.5 and $3.5 million in revenue each year as a result of the new policy. The KFC restaurant chain has teamed up with the NFL to open Pittsburgh Steelers-themed restaurants in Mexico. These unique KFC locations are decked out in black and gold, complete with Steelers memorabilia and jerseys. This makes sense because the Steelers, along with the Cowboys, have had the largest number of fans in Mexico over several decades, in case you didn't know. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. K-Bear 101, it's Peach's Pit Party. Over 200,000 people applied to run the 2025 New York City Marathon, making it harder to get into than Harvard. Imagine training for months, waking up at 5 a.m. for long runs, eating nothing but, protein bars. You probably have to have a lot of carbs to, I should have asked Jay Miller when he was here. But, to train to run, it's quite a lot on you, only to get a rejection email that basically says, we don't think you're good enough to suffer for 26.2 miles. Think about that. There are people who could have gotten into MIT, but apparently weren't qualified to run until their toenails fell off in the streets of New York. I could go out right now and just run 26.2 miles for free. Not that I would, because I enjoy living. So if you applied and didn't get in, don't feel bad. You're an elite company, just like the geniuses who got rejected by Ivy League schools. Except instead of curing diseases, your dream was to get shin splints in front of a cheering crowd. But, to peach their own. A new study says bad meetings don't just waste your time. They leave you with a meeting hangover. And no, that doesn't mean you blacked out halfway through, woke up with a PowerPoint tattooed on your forehead. It just means that after sitting through an hour of corporate nonsense or your boss micromanaging you, your brain is too fried to function properly. Over 90% of employees say they've had at least one of these meeting hangovers, which makes sense because we've all been trapped in that meeting that could have been an email, or worse, the kind where nothing actually gets decided and someone says that phrase, let's circle back next week, which guarantees you'll suffer through it again. So if you're feeling sluggish after a meeting, it's not because you need more coffee. Well, maybe you do. It's because for the most part, you just lost an hour of your life you'll never get back. And unlike a real hangover, there's no greasy breakfast that can, fix it. So one-legged jeans are a thing now. Not a prank, not a lost bet. Actual $440 pants that look like someone lost a fight with a very selective wood chipper. Fashion is supposed to make a statement, but what is this saying? I'm stylish, but only on my left side. I love denim, but not too much. I want to show some leg. At this point, you might as well cut off a single sleeve off your hoodie and call it high fashion. Save yourself the money. Or even better yet, just get your old pair of jeans, get a box cutter, just slice off one of the legs. There you go. Imagine me walking into the studio. Victor would laugh his head off if I were to show up tomorrow morning with these one-legged jeans on and tell him, hey, we need to have this done, this done, this done. And he's just staring at the stupid one-legged pants that I'm wearing. Is it a pant at that point? I don't know. K-Bear 101. Well, I don't know. I've never dealt with anything like this at all because I don't think they've implemented AI in fast food restaurants here. But I have seen videos of it lately, and people are just messing with the AI at the fast food places. McDonald's, the latest fast food restaurant to use AI to step up their game, quote unquote. They're overhauling 43,000 restaurants with an AI makeover in an attempt to cut wait times and make a better experience for both customers and employees. Sure, yeah, better experience for employees. You mean replacing them? Working in and out like I did for 3 years, it did get annoying to say, hey, would you like onions on that, and repeat the same thing every day. But that would also cut jobs, and there would be less employees at these fast food restaurants, especially McDonald's. But I have seen the hilarious videos online of people screaming at the AI, the 55 burgers, 55 fries, and they keep going, and then a real person finally takes the person's order. That's the shortcut to get around the AI. You just say, hey, can I get something like 18,000 waters? AI gets cut off immediately, and then sure enough, the real employee takes over the speaker. In case you were unaware, we are on YouTube at KBear101RMG. We just passed 300 subscribers on this new channel. Yeah, cool. Actually excited about that. Victor does this series on there called Rock Radio DJ One Take Reaction. I know it's a mouthful, but for some reason he was reviewing Lady Gaga tracks before. Yesterday he reviewed the new Ghost track, Satanized. And then today he reviewed the new Volbeat track by A Monster's Hand, which we've been playing all day today at the top of every hour. And the new album, I forgot exactly one of the song titles. It was quite funny. It was this extremely long title for like the final track on the album. Volbeat, what's the new album called again? Gods of Angels Trust. Angels Trust, track listing. Sorry, I'm wasting time just typing here. Yeah, in the barn of the goat, giving birth to Satan's spawn in a dying world of doom. That's not the final track. That's track like 6 on the album. At the end of the Sirens, Demonic Depression, Acid Rain by A Monster's Hand. A lot of crazy dark tracks that I'm predicting will be on this new Volbeat album coming out when again? June 6th. Tomorrow, speaking of dark, a new Whitechapel album will be coming out. The new Spirit Box Tsunami C will be coming out as well. It's been a great week for new music, and I'm excited to see how next month and the month after turns out for rock and metal. I think this is the third day in a row where a Florida woman has been the star of What the Headline. She is truly in the pits, or truly the pits, after she assaulted her boyfriend with a watermelon. Yeah, 51-year-old Shelley Hardwick. She picked up a watermelon, threw it at her boyfriend. Cops arrived at the scene, found watermelon seeds on the victim's face and clothing. Well, Hardwick said she picked up the heavy melon out of frustration, didn't mean to throw it in his direction. Yeah, sure. It just somehow hit him. Hardwick spent a night in jail, then was released. She's also been ordered not to have any contact with the boyfriend. Imagine trying to date after that. So what happened in your previous relationship? Oh, she assaulted me with a fruit, and then we broke up. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101 earlier this morning. Josh and Chantel of our sister channel, Classy 97, they were talking about Josh's choice of shoes, or the shoes that he wants to get. Shared a picture of them on the Classy 97 Facebook page, and I honestly have to say, anytime you shop for new shoes, just go for it. Go for it, man. Wear whatever you want, first of all. But also, loud shoes are always fun. I think Chantel was giving him grief, calling them baby shoes, and I always love myself a loud pair of sneakers. I even shared my dream pair of shoes, the Kobe's. They're very, very weird. They're mismatched. As a guy who played basketball, a huge part of it's the sneakers, right? I've always had some awesome shoes playing the sport. I probably cared about the shoes more than my skill in the sport, to be quite honest with you. But besides that, I mean, go for it. Go, spend your money on whatever you want to spend it on, especially when it comes to nice sneakers. The only thing is that sometimes those sneakers that may look cool, they're not comfy at all. I wore a pair of Jordans to the one of the shows I went to last year, and it hurt. I almost wanted to be like one of those, like one of those ladies that wears high heels and they take them off and just wear Converse. I almost went shoeless at the From Ashes to New show. Yeah, it was that concert I was at. It was wearing my black Jordans, and I almost wanted to sit down like an old person just because it was uncomfortable, but you got to look cool, right? K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. I was supposed to talk about this last week. I just never got to it. There was, for some reason, a group of people on Twitter talking about how we're all headed towards the world of The Giver. Did you have to read that book in school? I did back in 4th or 5th grade. Everything in society is the same. They wear the same color. No one has really any individuality. Some folks online are starting to seriously think we're on the verge of that happening, but in real life, people are talking about how everything's starting to blur together. Society's becoming more and more homogenous. The idea of standing out is getting, well, kind of weird. Well, I mean, we still have a ton of people that do stand out, but the businesses as a whole, I mean, I've seen it pop up on my Facebook feed quite a lot, talking about the de-evolution of McDonald's and how they look, those businesses, how they used to be fun places to look at, and sure enough, they're now gray and boring. Yeah, it doesn't look good. They don't look good, do they? No, not at all. And people like to freak out about the littlest things now. Ever since 2020, man. Ever since 2020, people will see something online and then freak out about it. I could put some dumb little thing about how they're taking croutons out of the Caesar salad packs at stores. And I can guarantee you, with enough effort to make it convincing, people in the comment section will freak out. K-Bear 101, it's now that time for To Peach Their Own. I was thinking about this question for a little while. And you know what? Today, I'll ask it. Which band did you love growing up, but now you really can't stand to listen to them anymore? I sometimes go back to my top songs of way long ago, listen to that list and go, what was I thinking? Why did I like this? I'm not going to name names, I don't think. Well, should I go back to my top songs list? Let's see what Catastrophe is. Your top songs 2017. Let's see how bad that list is. It's not my top songs from 2021. Sober from Bad Wolves is number 3. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the song Crossfire from Rag and Bone Man. For some reason, that was up there. Nothing really much else besides that, just some basic jock rock from back in the day. But what band did you grow up listening to? You loved every second of them, but now you can't stand to listen to them anymore. Let me know, 208-535-1015. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.